only for Inspired, but also if you want to try and shut down Evelyn.
Okay.
But it seems that Rogue is drafted a lot more for the team. Again, you know, we heard it from Kadril.
They are playing very strong side with the power duo of Ashe and Thresh.
Well, the cool thing about Hilly is he does the same thing pretty much every game. First back, level 3, level 4, he looks for a roam. He's already looking for the roam top as Rogue is looking to dive.
Inspired's going to try and turn on Selfmade, the flash away. Inspired chases in with a flash of his own. Fins trading onto Whippo, as you said. Hylissang's on his way up here. The Stealthmade, the stun's going to land onto Selfmade as he tries to get away. Whippo going in with the disdain, but he's taken down first, and now they're going to turn their attention over to Selfmade. The Evelyn's going to have to try and get away. The hate spikes raining hell upon Rogue. That's 2 for Selfmade, and the carry.
This is classic Rogue. They immediately find their resets. They make sure that they have the priority in the lanes necessary.
Yeah. He's going to get caught out by Whippo. Selfmade going in. There's the charm. Dominus is popped, but he is bid beyond his depth.
Okay, so
as much in this iteration of the game versus in their previous ones because Hansama isn't on one of those hyper carries. As they find Whippo.
He's going to be stunned up here. The depth charge comes out as well, and I thought he was going to survive, but the Dawning Shadow says not today.
Expected 4 members to be hunting for him, and Whippo should have just disengaged off that tower much earlier.
now he's hovering around the bot lane. He has his eyes on Hansama.
Hansama has cleanse, has flash. Selfmade dives in. Hansama has no chance.
TP top, TP top!
Larsen's looking for the flank position here on Whippo. Whippo does have the flash. The Emperor's Divide is available for Larsen as he tries to chase out the Urgot. Going in, going forward. Whippo still trading. Vander stepped way too far forward here as Rekkles took down the tower and takes down Vander's life. Whippo will pay for it in the top lane as Finn just needs a one last slice or dice. And he's actually trying to wait for Larsen to get the kill. Arcane Comet misses and Finn takes it in the end.
That was awkward, but in any case, that is 1 kill for 1. It was a good ultimate from Inspired to interrupt the TP from Nemesis so that he could not join that top lane fight.
Cleanse it, I'm ready.
The Evelyn play definitely not his fault. Finn now looking for a play topside. Selfmade is here.
Gonna land that first bit of damage, but the stun comes out immediately on Selfmade. He can't survive, he's not tanky enough, he has a needlessly large rod, he doesn't have any resistances. And the body, the corpse of Evelyn lies on the ground as the Fear Beyond Death comes out. Nemesis chasing up towards the top lane. Haven't really talked about the mid lane too much this game because they haven't really been involved, but here comes Nemesis. Finn gonna dice and slice his way back, but he will fall.
Usually don't put themselves in danger. They very much are like, did we get what we want on the map? If not, just back. Now they're finding Nemesis.
Locked up the Glacial Prism, pops the culling, of course, was buffed on 10-16, but here comes Selfmade, here comes the rest of Fnatic. Finn and Inspired have overstepped. There's 1, there's 2. Hylissang takes 1.
His team was on the bot side of the map. They were pushing into the enemy jungle. Might not have time as Larsen and Whippo in a 1v1.
Emperor's Divide down this pure AP route as well. He's going rapid on second item because you have 3 physical damage dealers on the rest of your team. You've got an Urgot, you've got a Lucian, and an Ashe. So you can see Larsen saying, well, I kind of need some armor. I kind of need some way of stopping this physical damage going through, and so he can't itemize against Selfmade. Whippo here flashes away from the Glacial Prism, and should just be able to walk back underneath his tower. The chase is still on him. Actually, with the hook coming out, that will be a very dead Urgot.
I mean, while all this is happening, though, Whippo's probably in comms like, this is fine. They just traded me for the second mid tower.
Also, Drake also went over in favor of Fnatic.
And bolted.
Yeah, like Fnatic are playing the map very well right now, punishing any play that Rogue tried to make. And this is a 6K gold lead, 17 minutes into the game. You know,
Play them as a team. This is very much everyone's diving in, small skirmishes everywhere, and then just attacking the map collectively, while Rogue are really struggling to get...
She's in stealth. That's actually super cool. It's like it's not...
And I think the Rogue is playing around it very patiently, very smartly, and they recognize we have to be super careful.
Shred it.
Yep.
You have 2 AD carries, an Urgot and Evelyn. This is going to be gone before Inspired can get anywhere near it. The teleport's going to come out, but Rogue, yeah, just too little too late. Glacial Prism.
This is 5v5.
There's the depth charge. Rekkles going to flash to the back of the pit, but here comes Larsen. In goes the Emperor. Down he goes straight away. His bodyguards did nothing for him as Rekkles goes on a killing spree. Hansama's going to take him down, though. Vander chased away.
He's reset. I think it would be dangerous for Fnatic to try and end the game right now. I think they should just, okay, they're going to play even safe. They're not even going to risk an inhibitor. They're just going to
gold lead. Fnatic would, anyone would be hard-pressed to say they're not going to win, because, wow, okay, that was unexpected. Selfmade gets 1, he's looking for 2, the charm's going to go out on Vander. Here comes Rekkles and TP coming in. Fnatic aren't going to give them their final chance. With a minute on the clock, they can look to end the game right here, right now. 3v5 in favor of Fnatic. The culling goes wide, but Rogue are forced away from their Nexus towers. And in 25 minutes, Fnatic are looking to close this one out. Finn dives onto the back line, but he is done for. Inspired, pulled back into the jaws of death. Whippo happily accepts the kill. And the Fnatic buff, well, it seems to be well and truly alive as they take down Rogue in game 1.
That's the thing. It's only game 1.
Yeah.
Inspired has played tank junglers with push priority basically the entire time. And I know he can play carry. Everyone remembers how powerful and big his Olaf is.
The Dragon, as he's forced away, Inspired's going to be able to get this one. Hans Summer, the first to answer from the bottom lane, so Inspired...
Just respecting it. We just talked about it. The Herald is going to be spawning, and here comes the rotation from Rogue. They've got more members up here, but Finn caught out early.
Has no flash from that back earlier on, and the lay waste will find the kill. Self-made. Very happy to gobble that one up.
Beautiful execution from Whippo, and he did all the work there, but now Vanda's looking for Self-Made.
Oh, the Crux is going to get in the way. Turn off the Defile. He flashes away. Self-Made doesn't manage to dodge the hook, and Vanda actually not yet level 6, but the Ignite going down, Dawning Shadow coming out.
The Rogue got that kill onto Self-Made is definitely valuable. Gonna put that Karthus down a little bit. Another hook lands.
River has no flash and has no way to get away from this. The Ren should just be enough, even with the Requiem coming down. Hans Summer just needs one more spear. Larson did die, though, as I think Nemesis... You're in, okay?
Hey, when is ours ultimate? You get loads of action, that's for sure. Vanda looking for the hook.
Oh, I love that! Special, the cannon barrage into the face breaker. Rekkles going to be the first target here as he goes down. Rogue might try and chase Hylissang out of this one as well. Hilly doesn't have flash, doesn't really have anywhere to go. He's going to try and delay Rogue for as long as possible. But actually, they might try and give this kill over to Larson. Facebreaker comes back, Larson slides in, and he will see.
Nemesis using his priority in the mid lane to rotate down bot. Looks like they have their eyes set on Finn.
Right there, they're going to use the Call of the Forge God. Finn has to flash away, the Cullen coming out as well, and Finn with the oranges is just not okay. Nemesis secures the kill, almost dies for it.
I'm going to be frank, Finn is getting bullied.
Vanda, this tower, ooh, Finn, no, this could be dangerous. Ooh, good barrels.
Hylissang flashes in with the play, TP's going to come in, but there's the Requiem, and Selfmade didn't even connect with it. Hylissang, though, will die as Larson takes a good little shuffle away from Larson, but Fnatic is showing, and Hylissang is showing they have come to play.
Yeah, and it's, again, not just Rogue being predictable in their drafts, but being predictable in their movement.
Oh!
Vanda looking clean on the Blitzcrank right now.
Anything you can do, I can do better. It's Hook City in the bottom lane.
But the thing is Rogue was still predictable. They were caught out with great vision control from...
Team couldn't do it. Tower will be taken, though, still by Hans Summer. Has farmed up pretty well on this Ballista. So with an Ocean Dragon in the bot side of the map, will be their second dragon of the game. And Ocean Soul, very beneficial for teams that are, putting out consistent DPS. Form of Illusion, perhaps.
The question is, how do they play these mid-game fights? Because they don't have... Excuse me.
Hans Summer has been left in the bottom lane to take the turret, and Whippo knows it. Gonna use the Call of the Forge God. Hylissang misses the hook just wide, but tower still goes down for Fnatic. Hook from Vanda only connects onto a minion on Summer, and here go Rogue stepping forward. Whippo's gonna be the front line for Fnatic. The hook lands, but only onto the Ornn. The Showstopper coming out as well, and Whippo's down to half HP. Facebreaker's gonna pull him back. There's the Requiem being used. Nemesis diving forward. Dawning Shadow not enough to kill Inspired, and Rogue's still very healthy here. Selfmade is on the Dragon, though. He's looking to secure it before Rogue can get in. Actually, it looks like Fnatic might have done a good enough job to keep Rogue away.
So I thought that after Fnatic used all of their ultimates...
They're going for Baron.
Oh, okay, I understand.
Call of the Forge God coming out from Whippo. Dragon's going to be secured already. Hylissang flashes forward, is hooked in. The silence comes out, but here comes the Requiem as well. Shut down already onto Larson. He is dead. Hans Summer pulls back with a face call. Vanda jumps back in, and Hans Summer now gets one shut down, but he's gone down. Finn jumping into the fight as well. It's a 4v3 in favor of Fnatic. They find another. Whippo going in. Rekkles goes down, but Finn will fall. And it's an ace for Fnatic.
And it's a fight for them to lose at this window.
I mean, I kind of have to come back to
the... Now, it's not over yet, but we're still waiting for the highs and the adjustments from Rogue.
And of course, they will have another opportunity in bot lane. Cannon Barrage will come out, Self-Made. Down to about half HP already, but Hylissang with a really good zoning hook there. Vanda's going to step forward, but his hook goes wide, and Whippo brings the ram in from the side. Dawning Shadow alongside the Requiem forces all of Rogue to retreat, and Fnatic will just knock down the front door.
A huge overreach there from Vanda that Fnatic rightfully punished and could now look to just close out the game. Missing some key ultimates here. Larson, can he hold them off?
Got to do something. The cannon, the barrels are going to do a lot of damage. Whippo pulled back with the face breaker, and he's taken down. The shutdown going down means that Fnatic might just retreat for the moment. Hylissang, the hook just goes wide. It's Bwipo and Nemesis coming in behind. Selfmade does not have the Requiem. Nemesis and Bwipo just trying to hide in the back as Vander goes in with a face call, and that's the Fnatic special as well as Hylissang gets caught out by his lonesome. Call of the Forge God is going to isolate Rogue off towards the side. Vander down to a sliver of HP and just gets taken out by Selfmade. Finn chased away by Rekkles. There's another. Nemesis gets the kill. Selfmade goes down as well. The shutdown for Larssen as he tries to dodge away. Puts up the Emperor's Divide and just about survives, but the Dawning Shadow is on its way up for Rekkles. And the gun connects. Double for Rekkles. The sensational play from Fnatic as they take down 4. And they can actually just knock in this bottom inhibitor wave and take down the Nexus.
It was slow, it was controlled, it was almost picture perfect from Fnatic, and then at the very end, they also then remind you, hey, we still got that Fnatic flare with 2 deep teleports to close out this game and look for the 3-0 sweep over Rogue.
Another dominant performance from Fnatic as they go 2-0 over Rogue.
Clean stuff in the final.
Sejuani or something, but they're going to go back to the Evelyn.
Back to the Evelyn, and I gotta say, it just spells to me the same thing that we've seen now for 2 games in a row. It's Fnatic in
This
their
is a diabolically bad start for Rogue.
Oh, and now Selfmade is making his way bot as well. Remember,
But wait, there's
lots
more.
of flashes, but only level 1.
And Summer only level 1.
The minion.
Allure goes down. Last Embrace going to land as well. And Rekkles continues to force Rogue out of lane. Hans Summer and Vander have burnt their flashes. Hans Summer's going to use the TP to get back into lane. But right now, Fnatic are just smacking Rogue around.
So,
Teleport.
Oh, Inspired's here as well, but Inspired doesn't have flash. Oh, Hylissang flashes, hooks the wall. The last Embrace doesn't land. Inspired will have the Haymaker here, but Selfmade's going to put some damage down. The Haymaker could do a lot of work here. And Rogue, Vander trying to get away. Hylissang on the front line. Inspired falls. Hylissang goes down as well, but now Selfmade with the doubles. It's healed up by the piercing shadow, and Summer will get the kill. Rekkles will answer. A double to the center. Fnatic to see if he can sneak through. Vander's going to step forward. The Hex Flash coming out from Inspired as well. Going to use that Nimbus Cloak to try and get in, but the Curse of the Black Mist is going to keep him safe. And now in the top lane, Bwipo is 6. Bwipo is 6. They're trading back in the bottom lane. Inspired has been ignited, but Finn really has nowhere to go. Does have the flash. The chase is on. Bwipo with the decimating smash.
All of this CS away from this Gangplank. This poor guy is starved out. Sapphire Crystal and Cole on Gangplank. That's embarrassing.
It's going to come down. Everything basically misses. Rekkles here underneath the tower. Bwipo's going to fall, and yeah, that's just bad from Fnatic, let's be honest. They give up the first tower of the game at about the 12-minute mark.
So the reason why they're doing this for the Scion, oh, a Selfmade looks for right now. They're looking to make this a quick 3-0, and of course, reminder that if Fnatic win here, they will lock a spot at the World Champ.
Against Odoamne, Orome, and Wonders, like the other top laners left, like you don't just get to abuse as hard as you want.
Nemesis has to flash away here in the top lane as Larssen slides in. Finn with the TP is going to join the fray. The Emperor's Divide comes out, and Selfmade is having none of this.
Ooh.
Almost gets to go. Larssen just...
Oh no.
Is he going to do it?
Done.
Like, he's at a level disadvantage. He does have Runic Echoes and a needlessly large rod.
And likewise, you're in a position to 3-0, and your team is no longer just running it down and inting when they don't need to.
Yeah, it definitely helps when they're not faced. 3,500 gold lead, their second Rift Herald of the game, and there's a minute before the Ocean Dragon comes up. Hylissang goes a little bit too deep here, has to flash away. Piercing Shadow will heal him up. The Facebreaker coming out from Inspired, but he might go down as the Haymaker is not enough to survive.
Doesn't matter how powerful Larssen gets on this Azir, the game's over before he gets to do anything.
So I feel a little sorry for Bwipo here, because he was coming in for a mighty flank. The rest of his team was just like, hey, Bwipo, vision control.
Regular season.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. True Shot Barrage comes out here. The Smite connects as Selfmade secures the Dragon. So far, across the course of playoffs, in Mad Lions, in Rogue, I was hoping this would be the split where we really saw them start to challenge. The TP comes in the mid lane, and Rogue are looking to do exactly that. Hylissang once again has stepped a little bit too deep. He's down. Bwipo comes in with the TP as well, and he's immediately shuffled back. They're left alone by the rest of his team, and Bwipo and Hylissang have tossed a coin, and it came up tails.
I was gonna say, that's the Fnatic I remember.
I was going to say, I mean, like, it wouldn't be Fnatic if we didn't have a bit of Hilly and Bwipo, you know, running it down. I will say that I think the Rogue are punishing them well, and, you know, we've been talking about this game. The only way I see
the Banshee's Veil because you have living artillery. Like, you have this ability just to hit him with one long-range.
Bye, Hans Summer. Bye, Hans Summer.
I was... This is fine.
Oh, my word. Wow.
It's like, I used E, Hex Drinker, and Flash, and I still died.
Yeah.
Should have taken Clan. Just disengage. They can look for the unstoppable onslaught. Whippo can charge his way into the fight, but Rogue have just been able to disengage it. What did Fnatic get out of that? Well, they got the True Shot Barrage, not too much more. Whippo now stepping forward. The pain train finds its home. Hits on Inspired. The showstopper coming up to the back of the line as Rekkles is caught out by himself, but on the front line is Hylissang. Rekkles should be able to take down Inspired. One more auto attack will be enough, and now Whippo trying to get across the wall. Hans Summer, Finn, and Larson on the
Watch
chase.
self-made, watch self-made.
Damage available still for Rogue as Larson shuffles forward, but we're going to get pushed back. And that's another kill, but here comes self-made. Looking for Larson. Just needs that last caress. Back to True Shot Barrage coming out. Vander, do you have the smite? He's trying to shift over to it. He's just used the heal. The smite will be available. Self-made won't go down, but it's stolen as Hans Summer secures the Ocean Dragon. Vander takes the kill on Self-made.
An absolutely hero play there from Rogue. Now they are starting to get cleaned up on the back half.
Yeah, Rekkles turning it back with the last embrace, but now he's stepping
teleport.
too far forward as Inspired comes in with the smite and Rekkles goes down. Hylissang's joined the fray now and Whippo has the flank position, but Nemesis isn't there, isn't available to help out his teammate. Whippo's going to try and get away. The Winter Spike doesn't quite connect as Larson now stepping forward. does.
I'm very nervous.
Yeah. I think we all are as Rekkles steps forward, takes a little bit of a chunk from the stick shot. Vander on the front line, Showstopper coming back. Rekkles down to half HP. The Dawning Shadow's going to shield him up at Vander. And Healy had the flank here. Inspired forced away. Larson stepping forward though. And Self-made isn't going to be able to get into this fight quite yet. Nemesis and Whippo trying to defend, but Whippo goes down once again, left alone by his team. He's going to try and get some zombie form damage down. But Fnatic only have 3 members left alive. And as Whippo falls, Rogue are clawing their way back into this game. Fnatic trying to do a traditional Fnatic thing as they hide in the bush, and Hans Summer taken out by Self-made, chased down with the Whiplash, and now Larson's the next on the menu as the living artillery's going to come down. He's trying to get all the way behind them here as Vander takes down to about half HP. The Leandris is taking the cannon barrage, going to hit onto Rekkles, hit onto Nemesis, and here comes the Showstopper as well. Self-made has to use the ult to try and survive in the pit, and is stolen away once again. Inspired gets it. He pays for it with Finn's alive, but Fnatic lose. Happening, but now Fnatic have already started up the Baron, 8,000 HP on it. Self-made was caught out. He was spotted. Hans Summer jumping forward. Could flash the wall. Decides against it. Hits another Mystic Shot though, and Self-made is down to 200 HP. If Whippo realizes, probably don't want to stick on that Baron too much longer. You don't have a smite. Self-made. Oh, he snuck all the way around. On Summer, he's behind him. Depth charge coming out, but there's the arcane shift across the wall. Self-made still trying to get in. Dawning Shadow, there's the charm. Self-made dives into the back line. And quickly, 3 players from Rogue are deleted. Last caress from Self-made alongside the damage from Rekkles will make it 4. And Rogue, they tried as they might, but you cannot stop Fnatic.
And Hans Summer tried to be the hero right there. He went over the wall. He was trying to find Self-made. Thought, do I flash? Do I not flash? He waited for the E, and then the nerf really bit him in the ass there. He had to flash back against the wall. Self-made saw his moment and ripped him apart in the same way that Fnatic have ripped Rogue apart.
Finn's TP was cancelled by Hylissang, and you have to think he's not going to have enough time to get back here. In fact, even stopping his base. Fnatic, you can never count them out. They outlast Rogue, and they book a rematch with G2 next week.
Convincing series.
And welcome back to day 3 of the LEC Summer Playoff as Fnatic defeat Rogue here and will face G2 Esports next week. And I have Self-made with me to talk about this series. Thank you for joining me and congrats on winning this one.
Thank you.
I gotta say, coming in today, I had no idea what to expect from this series. I thought it was going to be a storm from both sides or an even series, but I mean, you obviously did your homework. So talk me through the preparation and work to be ready and on point today.
I mean, basically our preparation was that we decide I'm gonna play carry junglers, and that's pretty much it. That was the whole prep.
All right. Other than that, I mean, what did you think about Rogue here today against you? Anything they could have done better, according to you?
I mean, of course they could have done many things better. You know, I think both teams played really boosted. I think the level of the series was bad from both sides, but I think we just had much better prep and we had much easier drafts to execute, I would say. We weren't under like big pressure to do things early game, and that's why we won. But that's usually how it is on stage games. People are playing less aggressive, right? Like you could see in first game and second game. But then in third game, it felt like, you know, they were 0-2 down. They had nothing to lose, so they decided to choose us level 1, which failed pretty hard. And then the game just turned into typical European scrim.
I want to follow up on what you just said right now about both teams playing bad. What did you do wrong here with Fnatic? And I mean, is there anything you can learn from this series to make it better next time?
Well, personally, I don't think I did that many mistakes individually, but as a team, we had many int moments, and for sure, you can always learn something from every game, right? But like right now, I don't really think about any specific things that we can take from these games.
Okay.
So right now, we just won series 3-0. Now we're gonna relax, and most likely on Monday we're gonna talk about it.
Yeah, I mean, you can, and you were mentioning your own performance. I get that as an Evelyn main, because that's what I heard. You must be pretty happy to have been able to play the champions twice in this series, and your whole performance got you the player of the series here from the community. So anything you want to tell me about this, or maybe thank the fan?
I mean, for sure, I'm gonna thank the fans, right, for voting for me, but I would give it to Rekkles. And actually, no, I would give it to Nemesis. I think he played all 3 games so much better than he played whole split, let's say, right? He really stepped up, and he was completely different player than we've seen the whole split. So I would give it to Nemesis. And yeah, talking about like playing carry junglers, I'm just piloting the champions, you know? It's up to the whole team to actually set me up for a success. So... But yeah, I'll take those, you know.
You can take these, of course, but nice praise for all your teammates here. Anything special after this series, maybe, that you won? What does it mean?
Wait, what do you mean, anything special?
Worlds?
That's cool.
That's it?
I mean, yeah, we just made it to Worlds, you know, but making it to Worlds and then actually making it further to Worlds is a different story, right?
All right.
So this is like the third step, but, you know, at the same time, next week we play G2, so might be another 0-3, you never know.
I will take the humbleness for now. Thank you very much, Selfmade, and we'll see you next week again, G2. Hopefully you will do your best here, and we will take a short break and we'll come back.
And I'm joined by KazaLoLL and Fnatic's Rekkles. Hello, Martin.
Hello.
Hi. Congratulations on the fantastic victory today, and also making Worlds. Yeah, you must be incredibly relieved that Fnatic had such a good showing today.
Thank you, and yes, I am very much relieved of our games today. I feel like my team did so well. I don't know how to put it in any different way. I just think everyone played really well, so it's super exciting to see that we can still do it, you know, at the end of everything, even if we've had a tough split and so on and so on.
And Selfmade said in his interview it was all down to just putting him on carry junglers. What do you have to say to that? Was that the main thing you went into the game there with?
So actually, this is something we took away from our game against you guys in week 8. On the Saturday, we played you guys, and going into that game, we thought our best chances of winning would be to play a carry jungle. And that also were to be our first game where we kind of felt like we were a good team. So ever since then, we've been running this narrative for ourselves that carry jungle is our best chances of winning. And I think you could clearly see today that Selfmade is a very good jungler when he's on a carry. So I think we're hitting the spot right on.
So Excel helps you in the series, then I'm happy.
Yeah, Excel helps Fnatic rivals, but also helping each other. Well, Rekkles, if you will allow me to ask, because we talked a couple of weeks ago, and then you were saying, well, we're having trouble figuring out what exactly we should play, but it isn't really the most complicated of solutions, right? Because Selfmade has always been a carry jungler. So it seems odd to me that it took so long. So were there other things that also just fell into place this week?
I think it sounds like an easy fix, but when the meta, like now we're a bit more favored, I guess, because now the meta is a bit more for carry jungle, but when the entirety of the split is just tank jungler, and if tank jungler is banned, another tank jungler, it's hard to go against that, especially when you're not winning your games. It's hard to break apart from the pack that's winning all their games playing this way, so I think it's actually not such an easy fix, and it was kind of actually like a last resort for us, because when we played Excel in that Saturday game, we really needed that win, and we thought if everything's on the line, like it was in that game and like it was today, this was our best chances of winning. So I don't think it was an easy fix, actually. I think it took some talks between all of us to get here. And if anything, I'm just happy that we all like stood strong during this process and didn't give up, because I feel like, yeah, it was a really tough split, like I said earlier. So in many cases, we might have given up, but I'm just happy to see that we didn't.
Yeah, I wasn't meaning to underplay the change, not at all. But also, as you bring up the fact that, you know, the Hecarim buffs and Lilia being introduced into the meta, that obviously opens up a bit of opportunities in that regard as well. I also want to ask about the training room, because we saw that you guys were in a different environment. And then Sam Matthews said on Twitter that you've been practicing there and it was kind of better to simulate the live environment. Can you tell us something about that room?
So I hope he doesn't hate me, but we haven't been practicing here.
Oh.
We came here today at 12. It's our first time.
I heard that from someone, I don't know.
So in a way, it's that way. Like, we wanted to come here to break our cycle of working at the same place, playing stage at the same place, because at some point it's hard to get like that go in yourself when you need to perform at your best, and you need to have that, like, I don't know how to put it, but like extra focus in yourself when you play these games. So we thought that, like, even if it's just on the day, if we can change the location, then it might feel more like an event or like we're in the studio. So yeah, it was just for today.
I can see what you say. I'm obviously pro player, so when it comes to changing environments and different sort of scenarios, it makes you try hard more and like gives you more of a wake up call. Is that something you felt?
Yeah, for sure. I think just the fact that we come in and we have to like unpack our gear and set up our computers, just that fact is already putting you in a place where you feel like today is different. Today is like a day you need to do something different on. So I'm personally very fond of the idea of doing something like this, but it's not something we've done the entire week. We actually came here first today.
Yeah, but it kind of sounds like a no-brainer, because even if just going somewhere on the day that you're playing and that change of that environment, also something that had us a bit puzzled is why you are sitting in the support position and Hilly was sitting in the marksman position.
So this is a much simpler answer. He likes his computer on the right side. I don't mind. So he needed to take the right spot in our table, because the tables are for two. So the computer is on the left and on the right, and we want to sit next to each other, so we just had to change for the computer. Yeah. But we were memeing during the day about it being me, like the support for the team and Hilly the carry for the team. And I think in some ways there's some truth behind this.
Yeah, a lot of
like, I feel like I'm a very supportive AD carry, and he is in many ways actually one of our main carries. So
I mean,
it makes sense that way too.
I mean, it makes sense as well. And the conspiracy theories, which I feel like, what's going to happen here? We are going to talk to Vander for a second. You stick around, and we're going to ask you to react to that as well. But we'd love to get some insight from Vander and Rogue. Still going to Worlds, but a bit of a setback here. Let's see what he had to say.
Thank you, Sharks, and thank you, actually, Vander, for